We're doing this. Are y'all ready? I don't know if you are. Hopefully you are. So basically, we're doing this one on the Kwite drama. Yes, we're doing another YouTuber drama. If you're tired of it, I understand, but anyways, I don't know if you're gonna like this video or not, but hopefully it keeps you informed of what is basically going on randomly from Twitter. Because if I had to sit through Twitter giving me this shit and I ain't asked for it, so will y'all. But child, anyways, we're gonna be talking about Kwite. Kwite is a YouTuber sitting at 1.82 million subscribers. Now, as you can see, he has this little like cartoon character version of himself, and this is what he looks like as his persona. Now, the reason why I am not scrolling up and showing you his various videos is because in his recent one, he had revealed something that is very important to him. And if you already can't guess it by now, it's basically his face. Now, I personally don't really want to reveal it because honestly, if you want to see it, go to his channel. But you already seen how he dresses up to be in character for his channel and whatnot. So anyways, what is this all about? If y'all don't know, he was accused of essaying someone. Essaying meaning sexual assault. I will not say it throughout the video. I'll just keep saying SA because sexual assault, aka the RAPE word. He was accused of that by a person I'm going to show you in a moment. This person, nicknamed Orion, had accused Kwite of essaying him February 22nd on Twitter. This is their entire response. Now, I will not read out the entire response, even though I feel as though I want to. I feel as though there's so many things in this response to where if I say it on YouTube, I probably won't be able to pull out this video. So I'll just show it up on screen and I will scroll through it and then you can take it out as you will. But anyways, here is the first part. I'll try to be quiet with this whole thing. You can pause the video just to read it and whatnot. I would read it aloud, but like I said, YouTube will probably ban my entire channel. So I don't know. I still don't know. I act like I'm still new to YouTube. I'm not. But I still be acting like I am though. Going by paragraph by paragraph. My ear's on in the background. I forget to tell y'all a lot of times. In my earlier videos, I used to say it all the time, but now I don't be saying nothing. And that is it for the entire thing. Now, back during February 22nd, Black History Month, I don't know why I included that. I just wanted to say, I just randomly saw this when I really wasn't even trying to be on this side of Twitter. I avoided this side of Twitter, the whole YouTube drama thing, basically after Try Guys won, because if I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like, okay, this is annoying and this is not what I want my channel to be based on, just talking about YouTube dramas and shit like that. I want it to be based on things I like I enjoy. But I already did a bunch of videos on things that I liked, enjoyed, and had thoughts upon. This is another video I have thoughts upon. My channel's not going to be centered around this. So, that's why I don't drop as many YouTube drama ones. Basically, from what y'all read from that entire thing, this had happened years ago. And by years, I mean like basically 2017, 2018. Basically 2 to 3 years before the pandemic and whatnot. So, yeah. It was a lot. Reading it back then, I don't remember as much. Even then, it's kind of like, why don't you just pause the video and read it yourself? Because I kind of don't want to. I normally can't stomach essay and rape allegations, but with this one, I somehow could, mainly because the fact is that, well, one, it was another YouTube drama, and I was just like, okay, again, okay. Because it's giving, like I said in my shorts, it's giving EDP 445. Like, it's giving Onision, even though he didn't have they both didn't have the SA allegations. It was more so like one was a molester and the other one was a predator. But anyway, moving on. So I gotta say, do with that entire response, not response, but like confession as you will. But before you do as you will, I gotta let you know that this person, after there was a response from Kwite himself addressing everything, they proceeded to post their semi-response because they are not doing the whole video themselves. Kwite did a 90-minute video, and I would show you it, but because of the fact that his face is shown, I may not be able to actually show you the actual thumbnail. I'm gonna try though. Hold on. Okay, I managed to do it. Okay, here's the thing. It says for the record. It's not showing his face. Okay, good. 90 minutes of straight up addressing practically everything, right? Afterwards, we get Orion's response and their semi-response. I say semi due to the fact that it's like, yeah, it may not be a video, but you could do another thread of you showing your tweets and all that. But instead, showing us a medical report from a licensed psychologist. It's like, the reason why it's so not enough is because this has errors in it. Like I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot. This has errors in it. Too many to be a full-blown like, oh yeah, this is showing good enough evidence. No, there's too many errors. One, it has to be proofread. If it's from a licensed psychologist, do you think they would allow as many errors as they allowed? One. Two, there are 2 sentences that were repeated. And I'll show you them. They're right here. Like, they're right here. They're right here. This trying to avoid thinking or talking about the traumatic event, avoiding places, activities, or people that remind person of the traumatic event. Now it's saying again, trying to avoid thinking or talking about the traumatic event. Also saying avoiding places, activities, or people that remind person of the traumatic event. You repeated 2 sentences. Or that psychologist repeated 2 sentences. And when I read it, I'm not even gonna hold you. I may be stupid. Like, I may be dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because, damn, why did I not realize that they literally repeated 2 sentences? Like, are you kidding me? I didn't even realize until someone literally pointed it out. But when I first read it, I was reading it like it was normal. Something's wrong with me, I guess. And then someone also circled in my shorts one this. Now, I think I see the error in that one. And then someone was also mentioning that, you know, the thing. Now, the reason why I didn't think about the signature being an issue was because I was also thinking like, oh, yeah, you know, the psychologists, they're a medical professional. Their signatures may be like that, you know. But then it may just be doctors who have signatures like that. Because if you've seen a doctor's signature, you understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyways. So, yeah, I was just like, oh, the signature one's probably not that bad. But it probably is. In that, yeah, it's probably forged as in it's their own. And then it's another thing where they were willing to reveal Kwite's face, but when it comes to them, they don't want to reveal their own name. They don't want to reveal certain parts of them, but they're willing to reveal certain parts of Kwite's. Kwite may actually be guilty, but even then, it's kind of like if they find out his face, some people are crazy enough to be like, oh yeah, I've seen him in Walmart before. Let me just straight up go up to him, shoot him and his family. Like, you don't understand how crazy this generation is. Or they try to kidnap him. Like, that's the thing is. So yeah, you know, even if he's actually a monster, it's like that puts not only him in danger, his family as well. So it's like, you have to consider those things. You know, that's why people had an issue with it. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, yeah, you know, but they had an issue with this because this one had errors. In the other one, you revealed their face. And you know what's even crazy is that you also revealed your own face. So it's like you're putting you're putting both of you in danger. Like, I can't. I literally can't. Now, that is not to be like, oh, yeah, well, if it's really dangerous, why is your face on YouTube and stuff like that? Well, one, I put it on YouTube. Quite made his videos like that for a reason. He didn't want his face on YouTube. Me, I just decided to put my face on YouTube. And if I'm gonna just be dead for real with you, putting your face on Twitter is also pretty bad itself. Twitter has a lot of people that are on it, okay? And especially if you are accusing somebody of SAing you, they're gonna be focusing on your tweet, sir. Like, are you kidding me? So you putting both of y'all in danger. Don't do that. Like, I can't. But child, anyways, I hope this video is not too long. Oh my gosh. I think earlier I said it's gonna be around 30 minutes. Did I say that? I probably did that in another edit. I don't know. I don't know what I'm on. But anyways, the one they did before this licensed psychologist report and whatnot, they said I saw Kwite posted a response, but it's like an hour and 40 minutes long, and I don't have the time to talk about it right now. But I'll be treating this with the utmost respect this deserves. I can't watch it just yet, but I will try to tonight. Now the reason why people had an issue with this is because, well, one, you did a whole thread of it, so you had enough time to do that, but you don't have enough time to watch an hour and 40 minutes of your abuser supposedly lying about you. But you know, of course, like that, you have a life. So that's, I understood people's outrage with that, but I understand as well as an hour and 40 minutes, to be honest with you. I can't just sit down and watch an hour or 40 minutes of damn near anything anymore. Like, especially if I'm busy, like, fuck no. But I understand both sides on that aspect. Now, I'm going to look through this in a moment. Now, this person, you probably can read, but I want to read it out loud. I just feel like it at this point. Orion, I'm watching the video. Currently, things are not adding up on your side. Not only does he seem to have more evidence than you, but a more detailed account in a much different story. That being said, you say he is lying, so we'll wait for your side. But be truthful, SRS. I forgot what SRS means. Because the thing is, if you don't have a way to back up all this evidence piling up, genuinely, this means you leaked an innocent person's face and potentially put his family and in real lives in danger, as well as him. I don't know why I said in real life, my bad. And as a victim myself, I've been trying to be on your side, not wanting to feel suspicious because I know what it's like to have BPD and trauma and such. But there were so many holes, and you leaking his face never sit right with me, because that still puts his family in IRLs at risk. Yes, everything I said earlier, but said better. Like, honestly, you know, and I myself, I'm not gonna claim to be as this person is and whatnot. I myself have not been through situations like this, so I'm not gonna denounce everybody in this situation. I'm not going to denounce this person as just like, oh yeah, they're absolute liar, they're absolute this, they're absolute that. No, that would be taking sides, and to be honest with you, I don't feel like taking either side in this drama at all. Like, you know, yeah, I pointed out the licensed psychologist report earlier because it did have errors in it, and I found that weird, because if they are a professional, they should professionally look over their shit. Like, you know, it'd be weird if they actually allow that to happen. You said the same two sentences twice. But still, it's kind of like, that's, yeah, I can understand it happening once but twice. But yeah, you know, with their whole thing, of course, some things could not be adding up. Now, something could have actually really had happened. It may, I guess you could say it's not actually SA that happened, but you could say something happened between them for it to warrant a response such as this, or a confession such as this. So yeah, something happened. However, you could say that it wasn't to the effect of essaying someone. So yeah, don't completely denounce both parties and whatnot, and then starting it off with completely siding with one party just because someone came out and said some shit. I feel like the reason why they did that, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, everybody, this is just excusing everybody for siding with Orion off the bat. Like, fuck no. I think the reason why it's like that is because we literally have been seeing YouTube, like, dramas being revealed that the YouTuber is actually a horrible person and evidence behind it. And I understand. Like, I understand in those regards why people would just immediately be like, okay, yeah, just another crappy YouTuber. Like, I understand, because literally, why the fuck are we watching these people and then we find out that they literally have done some horrible ass shit? Like, it's happened before, and it's happened with actual evidence, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, this person's actually terrible. So with another YouTuber being accused of doing something horrible, it's kind of like, damn, what's new? Like, that type of shit. But then for the YouTuber to actually sacrifice their image, basically sacrifice their hoodie, their shades, their mask, showing how they really look underneath just to prove their innocence, it's like, okay, now we're in the end game here. We gotta wait now. We either gotta wait, or we gotta actually listen to the video, or something. Like, you know, damn, stop the press type shit. But y'all, anyways, let's continue on with this. I'm sorry, I'm talking so long in this one. Oh my gosh. I feel like I didn't do as, or get into as in depth as I did with the other drama. Like, what the hell am I? I'm fucking Dr. Phil. Actually, I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not. I don't know who I am right now. I'm talking for so long. But y'all, anyways, the response is definably not in your favor. A lot. Oh, this was 40 minutes ago. A lot of evidence. We'll see how it goes. It's a very crazy situation. It might take a lot of work to respond. And it's just like you lied about a lot. First off, whether it was pure ignorance or what not, you have to be absolutely certain when making these kind of claims. Orion, I really hope you don't delete this reply. This is just my honest opinion. I am a victim, and this shit is not adding up. Like, there's hardly any evidence on your side, more like no evidence. Quite frankly, I don't know what or who to believe. Now you have, in this drama, some people coming out basically already saying like, oh yeah, I have been through a situation like this before. Like, not exactly like this before, but I have been in that situation and I have had the most harm done to me. I'm a victim in this, and I'm seeing what you're doing in this situation, and I'm seeing that there is not enough information on your side to actually show that you are what you say you are, and like he is who you say he is. It's like, damn, it's like, damn, I can't. Now you have a hidden reply of this, and this is a person saying, why would you lie about this stuff? Genuinely, please get help. I hope you get better, but as someone who is a victim of rape and more, this is effed up. Please improve. They also say, not to mention, it was very selfish and evil to reveal his face and put him in danger, revealing stuff about him he shared to you. What the fuck? You put his family, mutuals, even him in danger. These allegations will never leave him, and he will always be traumatized. Now the problem, like I said earlier, putting both of y'all faces, because it wasn't just him. It was both of their faces on the internet. That it's not coming off. It's not coming off. Yeah, and Twitter is messy. If you also think about it, there are people who have deleted tweets from years ago and someone still manages to pull it up. And this may be someone that don't even follow the person that said that tweet that they deleted. Oh no, but they still somehow find a way to resurface it. Like, damn, man. It could be from 2012 and somehow it resurfaces and you already deleted it like the same year. Like, damn, like it can happen like that. Now you have some recent responses being like, okay, enough retweeting about drama. Kwite is clear. Orion is a piece of shit. And now it's time to go back to retweeting cats and R. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did the little song and dance about it at the end. But honestly, yeah, I understand. Like, I understand. Like, people are just like, yes, finally. Okay, great. So we find out that Orion ain't shit, and then the Kwite is telling the truth and all that stuff like that. Like, people are gonna be a hoopla and hooray about it. And all I gotta say is that, damn, I would say we have to wait for both sides, but it's more so like he did an hour and 40 minutes. Only way other person could honestly prove their innocence is if they do a straight up video where it probably ain't even an hour and 40 minutes. It's just them showing every tweet they had from 2017 to 2018, showing them talking about the situation, showing them talking tweets, pictures and whatnot. Like, calls from Orion to their family members about the traumatic experience they went to. Calls from Orion and their psychologists about what happened. Like, all that type of shit. It's kind of like, that's some of the only ways. And then them going private. They're also reportedly blocking people on Twitter as well whenever someone is like nicely asking for proof and evidence and whatnot. And it's like, that's even more sus. But the problem with it is that I am not a victim of certain things that happen like this. So honestly, this could just be another response like, oh yeah, a lack of response, not another response, where it's just like, yeah, they're getting off the internet, they are traumatized, and they probably could be telling the truth that something happened or something occurred and whatnot. So it's kind of like it's like you have to think more about it. However, that video did show a lot of evidence on Kwite's side. So it's like, damn, Orion, what are you gonna do? You can't just log off. You claim that someone did something huge. You made an accusation of SA that a YouTuber did to you. You can't log off and just ignore it. You put it out there It's like you have to end it. You started it. You have to finish it. And it's sad to say it, but it's the truth. And the problem with it is, I would say that you don't have to prove anything to anyone, but the problem is, it's just like, the main ones you have to prove to all this to is your family, but you put it on the internet. You put it on the internet. You accuse this big ass YouTuber of such a thing. It's like you have to prove yourself now. And it's like, I wish that didn't have to happen. I mean, honestly, if you you probably have told your family about this. I mean, from your response that you probably have showed, you probably have told your family about all of this already. I think you did. But those are the ones where it's just like, you have to prove to them and to court as well. Well, of course, they're your family. They're gonna hear you out and stuff like that and believe you and whatnot. But prove that to the family, and if you take it to court, prove it to the court, and then all of that, because I feel like that should have been the actual appropriate response rather than just going to the internet. Because if I'm being honest with you, the internet, they flip-flop. A lot of people are easily influenced, and especially on the internet. And like, it's like doing it on here when there are more actions that are necessary for this type of thing, this situation, claiming that he raped you and stuff like that. You take this legal action, okay? Cause he did that shit to you. You have to take this into a legal action. Don't just put it on the internet, because one, all it will do is just have like a few people hate him. He's still gonna basically have over 500,000 subscribers at the end. Like, it's happened with Onision, and even EDP. If he hadn't removed this channel, he would still have a fair amount of subscribers. So it's happened before. This type of thing you have to take legal action with, So it's like, or that it's just my opinion. This is my opinion of it. This is the type of thing you take legal action with, not just announce it on Twitter, because Twitter is not on anybody's side. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel as though Twitter is damn near not on anybody's side, bro. Like, it's a democracy for real. You have the freedom to just disagree with anything, even if the evidence is clear, even if the person actually did go through it, but they don't have, quote unquote, enough evidence. Even it don't matter. It don't matter. Twitter is like that, So announcing it on Twitter, it's like, damn, oh shit, it's a war. You're basically going through a war, Orion, and it's like, it's not worth it. Same with Kwite. Like, y'all are in a war right now, and it's like, I don't know. Neither side is honestly completely and utterly winning. Like, it's not 100% winning on either side. So, yeah, one side is getting more favors after the response, though. And that's what I gotta say. I'm sorry I dragged that out. I talked for so long. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay. Oh my gosh, that scared the shit out of me. I thought I revealed something. I'm sorry. This said, fuck Kwite. This was back in February 22nd when people had first heard Orion. And I thought, oh yeah, it's actually, Orion is right. And that Kwite is actually a complete and utter asshole. And it's like, it makes me feel like something really did happen. Like, I don't want to just sign it off as, oh yeah, Kwite is like, oh, he did nothing wrong. Because it's like, some people are crazy, but like enough to lie about everything. But it's like, I don't know, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you the full reason why I don't think that, like, Orion completely and utterly lied just yet. Now, this is gonna be like, okay, I should just warrant this and say that in my theory or opinion, or some things, it's just gonna be warning and whatnot. So basically, the reason why I didn't think that Orion completely did this, like, or completely lied about the whole thing, is that I honestly was thinking Orion would probably drop it at a time when Kwite had the most people going to his channel. Like, I thought like, oh yeah, the type of person who would lie about such a thing, they would like confess about something right after this big YouTuber they're like claiming to be an abuser dropped something that got a lot of people's attention. You would think that they would like drop a confession like this right after something big happened for the one they are accusing, right? And then I looked on like Kwite's channel. I was just like, dang, ain't nothing come out with, so no video. It was actually the most recent one before his allegation one. It was like February 21. And then the accusation was February 22nd. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I guess you could say like they dropped it right after the video, but you would think it'd be a video that had so many views and so many people flocking to the channel, and then that's when they dropped the confession. So it's like, okay, so they didn't just drop it for like, attention like right after then. But then you see on Twitter, it got a lot of attention. Like, their accusation got a lot of attention. So it's kind of like thinking back and forth. It's like, okay, they dropped this out of nowhere randomly. They didn't drop it so that a bunch of people could flock to it, and by a bunch of people I mean a bunch of Kwite's fans could flock to it and then suddenly hate him. So they didn't drop it like that after like a big video happened from Kwite. No, they dropped it, and they dropped it literally out of nowhere, like on that type of shit. So I thought, okay, Orion can't be completely and utterly wrong. However, I gotta say, this day and age, everybody has issues. Like, everybody has flaws and issues in general, but some are just more okay with showing how messed up they are than others. And if Orion actually is lying about this and they come out like that, it's no. Why'd you do that? Like, literally, why did you do that? What did it didn't benefit you at all. But if Orion is actually right that, Kwite did something, it's like, okay, well, damn, another YouTuber, accused and actually proven right that they are a piece of shit. And then if it's proven that both have done something in this situation that is terrible as fuck, it's like, okay, then both of you are wrong. So life is not always cookie cutter like that. It's not always like only 3-part ways in a situation. It's not always like that. However, I do gotta say that with the information Kwite provided, Orion has to provide more, like, even more stuff. Not like, oh yeah, from my licensed psychologist. They could have probably gotten a psychologist. It probably didn't cater to this situation though. Like, that's the thing. And what they showed and whatnot, I'm not saying psychologists are not human beings. Like I said earlier, it could just be like, oh yeah, one sentence repeats. Like, that's understandable. But it was 2 sentences repeating. 2 sentences repeating. I am not a professional, so of course, me being a bit of a dum-dum, those 2 sentences, when I read them the first time, they passed me by. Like, I literally did not notice that they repeated 2 sentences. And the signature, as well as, like, earlier someone had, like, circled the post-traumatic, like, I guess the spelling of it was also a bit wrong too. So it's like, yeah, when you combine all those things together, it's kind of like, okay, something's not adding up here. And then blocking people who are asking for proof when you literally dropped an entire, like, an entire long, so many paragraphs, basically a thread of what happened, I mean, in revealing not only his face, but your own, something is going on, something very bad, and I'm gonna need this to be fixed. Like, goddamn it needs to be fixed. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I just quiet for a second. My bad. Yeah, all I gotta say is we can go through a little bit more, and we're at 28 minutes. This is gonna be unedited too. You're gonna be hearing me ramble a lot in this video, and I would apologize, but like, no, not just kidding. Not just kidding, my bad. But yeah, we're gonna be going through this. Okay, what did this other person said? They had said all this, fuck Kwite and fuck his Discord mods for treating this like some simple YouTuber drama and for trying to hide this. I hope all of you get what you deserve. And that was February 22nd. They may be different now. Now I'm gonna look through these replies. I'm gonna pause this for a second because I don't know if they're gonna reveal something that I don't want you to see. Now, I read through the thread and I didn't see something that revealed something I didn't want you to see, but I also read and was trying to see if there was any recent comments on that one, and there isn't. It's going from February 22nd to February 23rd when there was no evidence from Kwite's side. So it's kind of like they're in this like, oh my gosh, fuck Kwite, this, that, and the third. So it's kind of like I would read the whole thing, but no. Like, there's a no. That's basically what was going on. So you have some comments that are just like, okay, literally why? But they were just like, bro, I know this Kwite drama is serious, and at first I looked it up to see the drama, but I stayed because bro was handsome plus Filipino. Bitch, you have the attention span that I have. Why? I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you bitch. That's me being familiar with you. Like, bro, literally, what attention span? What does that got to do with any of the drama? I can't. But y'all, anyways, this person saying fuck YouTube drama. I only stand Kwite, and you'll have comments like that. Now, this may be my last tweet to talk about before I end it. Anyway, I just watched Quite's response video, and I don't like talking about drama and things, but I feel like I need to for this since I already commented on this. I usually wait for a response to a response for things like this, but Quite's response here was pretty damn good itself. Watch his response if you want to. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the video, and may peace be with you for an eternity.